Hi guys, I'm here today with a thank you card. Yesterday I got a Stampin' Up order and I got 2 of the free sets from the Stampin' Up celebration that's going on through the end of March. This is the Lotus Blossom stamp set and it's really pretty. It's a 3-step stamp. I know you guys have probably seen it a lot. It's gorgeous. So today's card is pretty simple. We're just going to be using these 2 Stampin' Up pads. This is Lavender Lace and Garden Green. We're also going to be using Distress ink in Dusty Concord. I also have some cardstock cut here. We're just going to have a really small piece here for the sentiment. We're just going to be using this little thank you. I also have a couple pieces for the outside of the card and one for the inside cut. These are at 3.5 by 4.5. And I also have my cardstock here. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at the 5.5 inch mark. And I have an envelope here because we're going to stamp on this as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start off, we're going to be using the Distress ink in Dusty Concord. And you can stamp this from the darkest to the lightest or lightest to darkest. I'm used to doing the lightest to darkest, but I'll give a try with this dark. So for the first one, I'm going to have it be just towards the very top. And then off to the left-hand side just a bit. And then for the second one, you're going to want to ink up with the same ink and then stamp off once to go ahead and get the second generation of ink tone. This stamp set is so fun. So next we're going to use the Stampin' Up ink in Lavender Lace. And for this one, you're going to stamp off I'm going to stamp off once for this. Go ahead and line this up. And there we have our stamp. Very, very pretty. So next we'll need to do the stem. I'm going to set that aside, clean those later. So then we have 2 little pieces for the stem. One will be stamped off once, just like the flower. So we're going to be stamping with Garden Green. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp off once. Just like that. Very pretty. So next we're going to go ahead and ink this one up. And this one I'm not going to stamp off because this is our shadow image. And I'm going to try to line this up the best that I can. Because I think I'm off just a touch. So next up I have some ribbon. We're just going to be placing this right on the side of our card. And I've already pre-stamped the sentiment and added some Recollection lavender rhinestones. So I'm just going to find out where I would like this ribbon and the placement of the sentiment. So probably right about there. So once you know where you want your ribbon, just go ahead and get a piece of tape and just tape that right onto the back. And then for our sentiment, it's going to set right about here. And I'm just going to use some foam tape with that. And if you want, you can always take maybe some of your multi-matte medium or this 3-in-1 advanced craft glue is great, and just put a little bit underneath the ribbon. Mine is like dried to a total rock, so I gotta get a new one. Okay, so the next thing to do is we're going to be placing our card front onto our card base. And I'm going to be using the foam adhesive. Just going to cut a few of these squares and put on the back. And we're just going to place this onto our card base, and it does have a little more space on the top and the bottom. So I'm just going to center this and press down. And then for the inside of the card, I also have another piece of white cardstock. This is Nina Solar white cardstock. And I also have this cut at the same as the front, which is 3.5 by 4.5 inches. And we're going to take the same lavender lace ink. We're just going to be inking up the step 2 of the stamp. And I'm not going to stamp off or anything. This is just going to be going right in the corner. It's a nice little accent. Going to add some ATG on the back. Okay. And that is our finished card. And we're going to also stamp the envelope just the same exact way. This makes a really nice little card set. So here is our finished card and the inside, and our finished envelope. I actually have another one I made earlier. This one is a little bit longer, but they both look the same on the inside. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked this card, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye!